Welcome to the Psalming Effect. My name is John Smith. I minister with the Church of Christ in Weyburn, Saskatchewan. And for this week, today being a Monday, I want to share a meditation from Psalm 119. And I hope that it will be an inspiration for you today, but I hope that it'll also stir your interest to read more of the psalm. Psalm 119 is a very long psalm, but even just in the immediate context of the verses, I'm going to look at verses 33 through 35. And I'll just read those verses and then tell you what thoughts those trigger for me and how they bless me today. Psalm 119, verses 33 to 35. Teach me, O Lord, the way of your statutes, and I will keep it to the end. Give me understanding that I may keep your law and observe it with my whole heart. Lead me in the path of your commandments, for I delight in it. Yesterday, we had a guest come to dinner at our house here in Weyburn, and he had to follow us to our house because the way to our house takes a little while to establish in your mind. He had been here before, but not for a while, and was worried that he wouldn't know just where all the turns were. If you ever come to our house in Weyburn, well, it depends which way you come to our house, but there are some directions that you come from where the path here is not very straightforward. There are certain stops and turns that if you miss them, then you end up having to circle around and try again and try another way. And that's okay. If it takes you a few minutes. Jane will keep dinner warm, and your GPS will help you out, and you'll get here. And we'll be able to have dinner together. You know, that works for finding my house. But this psalm is talking about the importance of the way of the Lord. And those of us who desire to follow the path of God in our life, we don't want to get lost. We don't want to lose track of where we are and miss important stops and turns. We want to stay on the right path, and so it's important for us. And so this psalm expresses it very well, that I want the Lord to teach me and give me understanding so that I won't be wayward, so that I won't be going off the right path and taking wrong turns and going in the wrong direction. I want to stay on course. Most of all, I ask that he leads me, and this the psalmist expressed very well. Lead me in the right way. Lead me in your path, in your ways, O Lord. And that's really what we long for and what we strive to do. Just like when someone's trying to get to my house, it's best to have someone to follow. God, through his word, through prayer, through the indwelling Spirit, will lead us. He will give us guidance. He will help us make it. You know, sometimes there are a lot of puzzling things that are before us as we're trying to navigate life. Some important decisions, some things that happen which we don't quite understand. And we're not always sure of which way to turn and which way to go. And this is what makes it so important, though, to be in tune with God through his word. Read his scriptures often. They will speak to you. They will help you know what you need to know and help you make good choices and to go in the right way. Prayer is very important. Staying in touch with God, bringing him your questions, bringing him your concerns, seeking his direction through prayer. And God answers our prayers, and He will bring those answers in various ways through other people, through circumstances, of course, continually through His Word. And we have the indwelling Spirit of God that is His gift to us when we become His disciples. And that indwelling Spirit will help us as well, and helps with the communication between us and God. We don't need GPS to follow His ways, unless by GPS we mean God's positioning system. And that GPS, if that's what we mean, is His Word and prayer and His Spirit within us. So I hope those things are helpful to you from Psalm 119. Dwell on those throughout this week, and remember that in 21, He's still the one.